So today we are on our third day of wheat harvest, and we're getting into the weeds now, so it's gonna slow us down a little bit, and nothing's gone wrong so far. Cross our fingers that nothing does go wrong the rest of this wheat harvest. So let's get started. This field's getting 35 right now. It was getting 45 on the sowed wheat, but we're on the volunteer right now, and it's getting 35. So, yep. So right now we're emptying into the semi, and then we're gonna go catch him on this next pass. So what we're doing is he's going all the way down. I guess it's a mile because it's a section. So he's going down a mile, and I'll follow him down to the end of it, and then we'll come back and I'll stop about 3/4 of the way and load him up, and then I'll come down about just like 100 yards away from us where we're sitting, about 100 yards away from where we're sitting. I'll get him again, that way he is, and then I'll come empty, that way he has enough that way he's empty so he can get back to the end. And then we're gonna try to see if we can switch it to where I don't have to drive 3/4 of the way down, and I can do half on this side and half on this side, but we're not sure if that'll work. So let's get to it. Okay, so we got 3/4 of the way, like I was saying, and we're gonna catch up to him. He looks a lot farther away, but the zoom on this camera is not very good. But we're only like 100 yards away from him, so we'll catch up with him, and then we'll go from there. Right now we're coming up on him. I've got to unload. Augers coming out. We're getting into a really weedy patch right now, so. Little pond right there. So the wheat we're in right now was this volunteer, and it's half a section, and then right by that, I guess right on the other side of that pond was the sodeweed that we planted this year, which is another half a section. In all, it was all a section of wheat that we've cutted, that we've harvested this year. And cutting with our 8010 case of my mind, with our 30-foot draper header. Then we have our 8310 tractor that I'm in right now. So after this load, we're going to go about a quarter of the way down to the field now that we're done loading, and well, meet it up there again. So right here I'm a quarter of the way down from the semis, and I'm going to catch up with them to unload them again. This is that same pass that we were on just when I unloaded them last time. Got done unloading them. Now I'm going to go empty this into the truck. So that's what we do on every pass, is I catch him 3/4 of the way and then halfway. So right now we're unloading into the Peterbilt. What you do is you turn down your RPMs, turn on your PTO, open the gate for the seed, and then put your RPMs up to whatever you want. We put ours at 1200. part doesn't unload very fast, but it gets the job done. Got the front hopper full, now we're loading into the back one. Then you close the gate when it starts to, when the wheat is about done. Close the gate all the way, slow down your RPMs, and then shut your PTO off. So my gate's closed. Now I slow down my RPM, so I'm going to let it drain out of the auger. And then I'll shut my PTO off. And then you do it over and over again. I don't know what I did to the trailer, but something on the door isn't working. I don't know what it is. I think it's not closing. I'm not sure though. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's probably not good though. So hopefully we get that fixed and nothing else happens to it. Switch drivers. I don't know why the screen keeps freezing up. It's like it won't go away, but I think we might have to restart the tractor. But if we restart the tractor, then I'm afraid it's gonna do that thing where it makes you wait 5 minutes and for the to start the tractor back up. And so then we won't be able to catch the combine and empty it. So we're just gonna leave the screen alone and hope nothing goes wrong. Oh, there goes. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll go catch it and hopefully it goes good. So there's the combine. Good thing we have a cab on. I don't know what it would be like harvesting without a cab. That would not be fun. Getting in all that dust. That would not be a fun day. So there's the auger. Speed up. Right there. Then I've never realized how much the decimal points on miles per hour really mean until harvest. You have to, it's really, you're never off a mile an hour. You're always off like 0.1 miles an hour. So the decimal points really matter during harvest. this combine is only I think it's a 300 something bushel combine. The bin on it is, and this grain cart is 765 bushels, I think. So this grain cart can hold about 2 of those combine loads, which this tire goes flat, so we can't load it all the way up, but it's good enough for one combine. That's all we need it for. There we go, the auger's going in, and we're head down to the next spot where we catch him. So we started about, I guess, two weekends ago cutting wheat, and all last week it's been raining off and on, and so we haven't been able to really get out and cut. So today is actually the first full day we've been able to cut from. Hopefully it doesn't rain. There's clouds in the sky. I don't know what the radar is, but hopefully it doesn't rain on us. I don't think it will today. I think we might get a chance tomorrow. Hopefully not. But anyways, we've only been able to cut this one field is what we've actually been able to cut, and we have 1,300 more acres to harvest, and this year's actually been a really, really good year. We've gotten 45 bushels an acre on, I guess, this land, and this land actually isn't as good as the other stuff, so I think we're gonna get like 50 or 55 on the other stuff, and hopefully it doesn't rain us out this next week, but I guess we'll see. So we're now on to our catching them on our second time on the same pass. When we first started, I guess it was probably start of this week, so about 5 days ago or so, we were cutting, and then we got done cutting and we were looking around at the combine, and we saw that under, I guess, the plate that comes out from the rotor it had a hole in it. So my uncle, he welded some sheet metal or whatever, he patched the holes, and so far it hasn't done anything, but got the auger out now, and there it goes. I wish this camera could zoom, but it doesn't zoom very good. I don't know. It's the GoPro 10 Black. I think you can get a lens for it that makes it where you can zoom it in more, something like that. But I don't know. I just got this a week ago, so it's been better than my phone. So I like it pretty good. Head to the semi and unload into them. I think right now we're on the back of the front semi, which is a Peterbilt. We're on the back hopper of it. Peterbilt and our Freightliner.
Straighten up. Yeah, no. Put your wheel right here, yeah. That's good. Now go to the back hopper. Yeah. Yep, back hopper because it's full up there. So you count 1, 2, and then 3, and you go in between the 2 and the 3. So stop. And then that's so it's on the it's on the slope, so you can get a little bit more grain into there. But hop out and see how full it is. The semi. I'm not hopping out. I'm gonna hop out and see how full it is real fast. So we could probably empty this load into the truck. That front hopper's full. Yeah, so we'll be able to empty this load and maybe half of another one. Gosh, getting down this thing. Something. So, and then I think that truck's empty. So, yeah, we'll be able to get another half a load in this, I think, after this one. You can see it going down through that window. Sometimes the grain gets caught on the back of the grain cart, but hopefully it doesn't this time, but I bet it will. Gets to shaking bad after you're almost unloaded with the grain cart because all the weight's gone off of it. And then there's the mirror shaking. It's the PTO that's shaking it. Nope. The grain didn't get caught on the back too bad as it was the first time. So then once we get it all out, we will close the gate, which is down in the grain cart. I'll show you in a second. So you close the door, and then you'll turn down your RPMs, which is that right there. You want to go all the way, and then your yellow button is the PTO. Push in and lift it up, and that shuts it off. So the grain cart, how the door works is right here. There's that's the auger right there, and that door, I don't know if you can see that hydraulic cylinder, but that door connects to that hydraulic cylinder, which lifts that door up and lets grain flow from that auger out to the auger that dumps it into the trailer. So we'll go catch him on this next pass. Pulling up on him. Oh, there goes the auger. Hopefully more. Yeah. We almost hit the auger. It almost got hit. And stop. So where we're taking all of our week 2 is right over there. You can't see it, dang it. I really wish this camera would zoom in, but it doesn't. Well, anyways, it's, I don't know, not too far away from us. So that's a good thing we're not too far away from the elevator, so we can get done faster, I guess. But yeah, so when you're driving the grain cart, and I was talking about like miles per hour and the decimal points, you have this I don't really remember what it's called. I knew, but I forgot it. But you have that knob right there on that orange button. You can't see it. Anyways, you have that black knob on that orange button. I don't know if you can see it right. That his thumb's on right there. So that controls your speed by miles per hour. Right now we're going 4.1 miles an hour. So that, sometimes it hops up to like it makes you go faster than you want it to, like react, I don't know, I guess slower or whatever, but you can turn that knob and it makes you go, it speeds up the decimal points on the miles per hour, and so that helps for when you're harvesting. But one day I forgot about it, and there's different gears that's called F1 and F2, and F1's what you're usually in when you're driving beside them, but you can set it for how fast you want it to go. But anyway, so the first day I was doing this, I forgot about that, the knob, and so I was controlling it because this orange deal slides forward. It says F1 and F2. So right now we're in F2, and you can speed up, and then that black knob right there is what I was talking about. So you can speed up and whatever. And I was just using the stick to go forward and back, and I wasn't using the knob, so that was making it a lot harder. So then finally I saw that I used the knob, and I was like, dang, that makes it 10 times easier. So that was, I'm glad I found that thing. But yeah, we'll probably have to go into August harvest, because we have a lot of wheat this year, and yeah, and we're not even close to being done. Some people are already plowing. We're not even close to being there. So we're sitting at our next spot. There's the semis down there. So we'll wait for next load. So we got up to our second point. We're about to unload the combine into the grain cart for the last time of this video. And he's calling. Hello? Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay, sounds good. Don't do that. Yep, that would not be good. Okay, bye. What is it? Yeah, no. Yeah, this will actually fill the back hopper of the peat. It'll fill the rest up. Okay. Bye. He just got done saying that there's a sprinkler pad, and I guess they didn't set the sprinkler onto the sprinkler's gone by now, but they didn't set the sprinkler on the sprinkler pad because it was they didn't make the pad wide enough, so they just set it beside it. And so there's stakes that are sticking out, and he didn't want us popping a tire with them. That wouldn't be good. So, but we got our last load for this video. We're gonna empty it into the back of the Peterbilt, and then yeah. But this should fill the rest of that Peterbilt up, because that's the same trailer I was showing y'all a second ago. So hopefully it all empties good, and thanks for watching.